For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 26 of the Chelsea Career Mode here on FIFA 18. We start with an important game in the Champions League against Borussia Dortmund at home. So rather than playing the first leg away like we did against Monaco, we're actually at home first time around, so keeping a clean sheet is going to be important. Then have Southampton at the weekend, followed by the second leg against Borussia Dortmund away from home in Germany as the third game of the episode, where hopefully we'll see ourselves through to the semi-finals of the international, or European, competition. Because we do have an international competition coming in the summer with Brazil at the World Cup, but for now we're concentrating on club football. The Premier League title is still available, but looking less likely than it was a couple of episodes ago, as I've been in some indifferent form, shall we say. But we're going to dive in and hopefully keep our current good European form going. Right, Dortmund starting 11. Berkey in goal, Florenzi at right back. With Ivan Perisic out wide on the left. Other than that, it looks, as you might expect, a Dortmund side to look. Although no Socrates, of course, he's moved to Monaco, as we saw in the previous round of this competition. So, Yarmolenko out on the right, Aubameyang up top. We've got pace to burn in their front line. But I'm hoping that we can get a solid first leg scoreline. Out to Charlie Musondo, who's starting ahead of a tired Eden Hazard. Cesc Fabregas is starting at centre mid, and I pushed Isco up to Cam for this one. Changed his number to 8 as well, and Morata's in, and well, how's that for a start? He couldn't have hit that much sweeter. Isco getting an assist immediately, and Morata rifling that into that top left-hand corner. Perhaps it's not necessarily just Coutinho that's linking up well with Morata in that Cam spot. It's anyone that plays there is getting the link-up play with Alvaro Morata. Back to Kante, into Isco. As I mentioned, changed his number to 8 now, as you guys requested, and changed Zappacosta back to 21. But it's our number 9, Alvaro Morata, who, with a wonderful hit there, such power on it, into the top left corner. We have an early 1-0 lead. Isco. Morata again making a move. Good footwork, but I haven't really got the angle for this shot there. Looks as if he was pulled back by Toprak there, but the referee didn't give anything. Charlie Musondo with a great turn, actually, but I need the strength to hold off the man that's with me. He's done well, trying to find a way past Mahmoud Dahoud, but I can't do it. So work this inside with Alonso to Cesc. And there's Pedro, actually. And spin. Pedro, good opportunity. Well blocked by Omar Toprak. Will drop back to the Spaniard, though. Kante, looking for Isco. Out to Pedro. Oh, tried to feed it through a really tiny gap, but it wouldn't quite fit. Nice tackle by Kante. Charlie Musondo picks up the loose ball. Isco, running around the outside, is Cesc Fabregas. Back in the start lineup for the first time in a while, but he is going to score. Chelsea 2, Borussia Dortmund 0. Great movement from Cesc there. Isco with another assist. Just poking it in front of him. Races onto it. Actually, hit it quite a little bit closer to the keeper than I hoped he would. Berkey got something on it, but nowhere near enough. We have an early 2-0 lead here now after just 19 minutes. This is a dream start. Let's ball down the line to Aubameyang. Early cross in. We'll look to get rid of this. Haven't done that well with the... Oh! Well, that's Spilicueta, and Sebastian Roda's header was on target, but that was comfortable enough for the goalkeeper. Now we've got a 2-goal advantage. I'm quite comfortable to sit on it. I don't want to necessarily invite too much pressure on, because obviously Dortmund have the ability and the quality to wow, it's a late challenge, to cause me all sorts of problems. Oh, Isco, that footwork. Nearly the through ball. They've got the quality to cause me problems, so I don't want to sit too far back and invite pressure on, but at the same time, I don't want to go overly attacking if I don't need to and commit too many bodies forward. So I might just try and take my time, build slowly through the midfield, and if I can pick them apart for a third, I will do. If I can't, then I'm quite happy to just sit on 2-0. It was a little bit wasteful in possession there, but we've won it back easily enough. Dortmund being pretty wasteful themselves in possession there. And throughout the game so far to this point, that Roda header is probably the only chance they've had to this point worth bringing to you, to be honest. Florenzi in a dangerous position. Alba blocked. Alba again. Blocked again. Alba puts the tackle in, though, and Florenzi can cross. There is a man at the back post. Aspi does well to head that away, and hopefully that'll be half-time, and it is. A little bit of pressure there right at the end of the half from Borussia Dortmund, but 2 blocked efforts from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Had his head in his hands there. He knows he's missed some good chances there. Right, 2-0 up at the break. Confident in the second half we can hold on to that. Sunder, Isco, round the corner there to Cesc. Open up the face with his body to get the angle there to play it to Pedro. Oh, nicely squeezed through, looking for Spilicueta. I'm going to drill it into the middle. Oh, it's a great ball across. Berkey, what a save. Oh, my word. How has he been able to stop that? I tried to just sweep it home with Morata and try and get it into that bottom left corner, and I've not swept it home at all. I've just smacked it straight at the keeper. Had I actually been able to nail that technique and sweep it into the bottom corner, we surely would have gone 3-0 up there. I think it was Christensen that got the final touch on that. It wasn't. It'll be another corner from this far side. Cesc will whip. Oh, that's too close to the keeper, isn't it? Berkey actually having a decent game so far, but still 2-0 down, Dortmund. Lovely flick onto Aubameyang. I'm not going to catch him. Doesn't matter what player I have. Oh, Alba. That's poor. Did Courtois get a touch on that? He did. I don't think that was even heading in. We're going to get a replay. I think that was actually going wide. I don't know why he took it with his left and that early. He had enough space to be able to turn onto his right and get a better shot off. Aubameyang, though, racing in behind for the first time, truly getting in behind my defensive line, but not making it pay. And, oh, Pedro got a touch on that, I think, to flick it on to ensure that no one else got there. But they are going to keep it in here with Omar Toprak. And he's given that straight to Cesc Fabregas. Thank you very much, Omar. Appreciate that. Oh, I may have just given it straight back to him. I haven't. Whoop, Perisic just gets that to Aubameyang, who's a little bit quick. Perisic is no slouch himself, and he's done. Aspi with a great turn there, and Aubameyang looking to use his pace again, but can't. David Luiz holds him up well. He's Schmelzer, left back, out wide to Aubameyang, back to Schmelzer again, into Perisic. This is good football from Dortmund. Castro trying to avoid giving them that away goal that they crave. A good cross in, and we'll win that header. We have done, but it's going to drop here to Weigl, but thankfully it was Weigl on the end of it. And over the bar it goes. Into Isco. This is good football. Mane to Isco. Through the gap there to Charlie Musonda. And whiskers away from a third. I have the feeling a third goal would completely kill the overall tie rather than just this match. But at 2-0, Dortmund do still have a chance. To be fair, at 3-0, they probably still have a chance as well, especially back at home, because they are a very good side, but they just haven't quite performed in this one. Still 20 minutes to go, though. Perisic into Aubameyang. There's the 1-2. SP going to try and close him down. I read that cutback. Well, he didn't read him keeping going, and good save. It's going to drop to Aubameyang again. He has squeezed at home. There's the away goal Dortmund were looking for. Really fortunate that it fell straight back to him. That turn there, and then he kept going. That completely caught me out. Good stop, but unfortunately Andreas Christensen just couldn't react in time. Spinning around on the spot, drops back to Albert, who does squeeze it in just at that near post at the second point of asking. Unfortunately for me, they've pulled one back. It's 2-1. Isco to Cesc. So straight from kickoff here into Morata. Back to Isco. I should have played the extra pass. I didn't need to play the extra pass. As soon as I took the shot, I found myself pressing the shoot button. I was like, I should have played that to Victor Moses. Turns out Isco can just bang it into the back of the net himself. So immediately after they get themselves an away goal, we go and extend the aggregate lead to 2 goals again. Really good hit, actually. A cross goal into that far corner. Good finish from Isco. Nicely done. 3-1. Got them on the counter here. If I can... Oh, wow. Really got them on the counter here. They've committed so many bodies forward. Why would you do that in a game of this magnitude in just the first leg? Moses to finish it off at 4-1. That really could be the tie now. They threw so many bodies forward. It's almost as if the CPU didn't understand that this was a first leg and there's still another 90 to play. They didn't need to go all out there to try and find a second away goal. They've shot themselves in the foot there, Borussia Dortmund. Now extended the lead to 4-1, and that might very well be the end of this tie as a contest. Finding I can keep them out here. Aubameyang, early shot, well held by Courtois, was offside anyway. That might well be the end of this tie as a contest. The second leg will probably be a bit of a breeze now. We won't need to worry too much about getting a solid result because we've got such a very good one here in leg number 1. So I'll probably play a bit of a rotation side in that second leg and not worry about going out of the tie. And we already, despite the fact we haven't yet or are about to finish leg number 1, we've already got a good solid foot strike. Wow. Can all change in a moment. We've already got a solid foot in the semi-finals of the Champions League after this really good victory here at home against Borussia Dortmund. They had 10 shots themselves, as did I, but the extra 3 on target were the extra 3 that went in. 60-14 possession, we controlled the game. Tottenham win 1-0 at the Bernabeu, though. That's interesting. Up next, Southampton. Ward-Prowse starting at central mid with Lamina rather than further forward because they've got Dusan Tadic in that cam role. Carlos Vela on the right, Nathan Redmond on the left and Gabbiadini up top. It's a decent side for Southampton. This will not be an easy game, especially considering our recent form in the Premier League. Good tackle by Kurt Zouma. Just get it sideways there to Bakayoko. Eden Hazard, or Kylian Hazard, sorry. Oh, through to Victor Moses. He scored against Dortmund. Oh, he's not going to score against Southampton. Fraser Forster throws out a big leg. Really should have scored that, shouldn't I? Corner comes in. Who's underneath this? It's Moses again. Lamina heads it away. I'm just going to try and knock this down to a teammate, and then Rudiger can get it out wide. Danny Drinkwater down there to Kylian Hazard. Can we get a cross in? I've crossed it. Oh, but it's not going to reach Moses. And in fact, it's going to be cleared here by Dusan Tadic, unfortunately. On the front foot in the opening stages, as we were against Dortmund, but this time not getting the goal to give us the lead. It's good football from Southampton, this. Really good first touch football. Carlos Vela with the turn. Thankfully, a really poor shot on his right foot. His left is pretty decent. His right, clearly, nowhere near as good. Gini down the line into Gabbiadini. Gabbiadini, oh, pulls that back there. I was waiting for the cross. Redmond with good footwork. I think he actually tried to play that in and it came back off Victor Moses straight back to him, but I'm not entirely too sure. Dusan Tadic with the ball into James Ward-Prowse. This has been well defended so far and continue to be. That makes a change, doesn't it? I actually defended a situation on the edge of my box and didn't concede either a chance on goal or a goal itself. Victor Moses arriving on this right-hand side. Nathan Redmond very fast though, so we'll be able to cover. But Mietzi's played in here. Oh, and it's a nice turn. Batshuayi! God, that could have gone anywhere. It really could have gone anywhere. Deflected out for a corner. Drinkwater will stand in into the middle. Bakayoko could be underneath this. In fact, it's Virgil van Dijk. Hazard into Drinkwater. Oh, please bring this down. It's Antonio Rudiger. Well, the technique was pretty decent. Looking to hop into it, but blocked by a defender. Corner again, this time from Kennedy on this side. Up we go. Lamina wins the header. Rudiger again on the end of it. Kylian Hazard with the turn. Oh, he's got a bit of space here. He'll get the shot off. Strike! Kylian Hazard gives Chelsea a 1-0 lead right in front of all those travelling fans. Really good hit from him there. Just had a half an inch of space and decided to let fly. Turns out it was a good decision. Rudiger picks the ball up. Get it inside. See, there's so much space here to move into, so I decided to do it. And then just to get the shot across goal. He might be 6'7", 6'8", Fraser Forster. But he's not getting anywhere near that. That's nowhere near him. He doesn't stand a chance. 1-0 Chelsea. Oh, nice tackle by Drinkwater on Lamina there. He tried to drop the shoulder on me. It just didn't work. Kylian Hazard will turn around James Ward-Prowse. Get that in there to Mietzi. Just use his strength and his physical presence to hold off the defender. Now, Maya Yoshida is fast enough, but Mietzi will get the shot off. And Yoshida's in the way, unfortunately. Trying to extend the lead just before the break. We'll try again from the corner. Keeper hasn't come for this. I thought he might have done. It's not going to drop to anyone, though. Two Chelsea players end up on the floor, and the ball ends up back in my half. Lamina. Back to James Ward-Prowse. Bakayoko trying to close him down. Back to Lamina. Kennedy tucked into a centre mid spot right now. Danny Drinkwater's wide on the left, and that wasn't far away from Lamina. Looking to get them a goal right at the very beginning of the second half, but thankfully he couldn't quite find the target. Bit of space on the edge of the box. Just an opportunistic opportunity, so to speak. Really wasn't far over the bar at all, was it? Vela in down the left-hand side. Oh, it's a nice ball. Tadic. Oh, I tackled him. Courtois with a save. I tackled him and he immediately swung with the foot at the loose ball to get the shot off. If that had gone in, that would have been a very typical FIFA goal, wouldn't it? Tackle the man and it's fall straight back to him for him to score. But thankfully, my goalkeeper was on hand that time to make a good stop. Now, is Moses going to make the second run? He did, but it's a great stop by Maya Yoshida. Coming up to the hour mark, still 1-0 in front, although now Manolo Gabbiadini's gotten in behind Kurt Zuma and he's looked to square it, and Vela can't find the target. Southampton started this second half very, very brightly indeed. Short into Kennedy. All this space here for Hazard. Chance for a second. Oh, I overran it slightly. That would have killed the game off, I'm sure. Never mind, still 1-0, but really wanted that second there. Probably the most clear-cut opportunity I've had all game, to be fair. We might get another one here. Mietzi, try and take this early. We have scored a second. That floated into the top corner really, really nicely. Mietzi Batshuayi running off to celebrate. Chelsea 2, Southampton 0. Well, I wasted an obvious opportunity with a one-on-one, and then just a random hit and hope from the edge of the box flies into the far corner. Chelsea fans delighted. Fraser Forster furious. Disappointed to be beaten from that sort of range, I'm sure. Especially when it wasn't really that powerfully struck through the defender's legs. Poor attempted save, but we get a better replay. There you go, through the defender's legs there from Virgil van Dijk. Drifting away, to be fair. To be fair, he wasn't that close to it at all, in all fairness. I was being a little bit harsh on the goalkeeper there. It's just a very good finish. Chelsea 2, Southampton 0. Two top quality goals here. Ward-Prowse with the turn into Gabbiadini. Carlos Vela, good block by Zuma. It's dropped back to him though. And they've pulled one back. Lucky with how it fell straight back to Carlos Vela. But rather than shoot first time, like Tadic did with an opportunity similar to that earlier on in the half, He's passed it off, and then they've finessed it into the top corner. Southampton immediately back into it after being pushed 2-0 down. It's now 2-1 with 13 minutes to go. Rudiger to Bakayoko. I'll give that to Michi. It's a good turn. Hit this early with Kylian Hazard. Or good save by Fraser Forster. I want to pull this back to a teammate. It's Bakayoko. That take a deflection? It did. Corner for Chelsea. A third would be nice. I'd like to get that 2-goal advantage back if I can. Victor Moses, try and knock this down. I've done well. No, I haven't done well enough. In fact, I thought Kylian Hazard was just going to run onto that. In actual fact, I didn't at all. But Manolo Gabbiadini, his name is quite hard to say quickly. But we've got the tackle on him. And I see someone across here. It's Victor Moses. I'm actually going to knock this back in front of Bakayoko. We'll hit that early. Blocked again, and this time straight to the keeper rather than out for a corner. Kennedy in there to Bakayoko. 3 minutes added on at the end of the half, and I don't need to waste possession. I don't even need to shoot here, but I will do. It took a deflection, and that would be a corner. And I'm actually just going to draw the second man. Eventually he'll come to me, thank you. Draw the second man and just waste some extra time because I don't need to do anything with it here. We are going to get the victory, providing I can just keep the ball away from Southampton, which we're doing very well. Zoom across to Bakayoko. Come on, ref, do me a favour. Blow your whistle, please. Through that gap. Michi, knock it back to Bakayoko. Early hit. Could be a third. No, good save by Fraser Forster. And Ewan Mason is racing to get there, but can't. Stephen Davis does well, but there's the final whistle. A 2-1 win against Southampton. We've got 3 points in the Premier League again. For the first time in a while, actually. But how did Manchester United get on this match day weekend? Wow, 17 shots, 12 on target. Man United haven't played yet against West Brom. I need West Brom to do me a favour there. I really need them to do me a favour. The gap, as it stands right now before they've played, is 2 points. We'll have to wait and see how West Brom get on against them. But next up for us is a trip to Germany for a game against Dortmund. Hazard into Coutinho. Actually starting this time around Coutinho after it was Cesc that started ahead of him in the last leg. Isco around the corner there into Pedro. Willian is on his way back from injury, but he's not fully fit yet, so he's not starting here. Morata, look to bend that home. I don't know what it is about Dortmund, but they just do not like playing against me right now. I'm trying to say, I just keep running into Barca again and again and again. Well, that's nullified their away goal immediately. Dortmund, for some reason, just not very good right now. Obviously, I've got a series going with them, and they play well enough for me, but in this save, Dortmund just aren't very good. Don't know why. Unless they now go and score 5 and end up taking it to extra time, of course. Alba looking to stretch those legs, but instead decides to switch it. The problem for Dortmund, and I noticed this in the first leg, and it's been the case in this second leg as well, is that they just don't keep possession. That's their problem. The amount of times, even in these opening 15 minutes, where they've won the ball back in this sort of area and immediately just lumped it forward looking for Aubameyang and finding nothing but a Chelsea player is just silly. They don't play good football whatsoever. Their possession play is particularly poor, and for that reason they just keep losing possession and, see, again, lumping it forward for no reason whatsoever. This time they actually keep the ball, and again, what's the point? Just play some possession football, keep the ball at your own teammates' feet, and stop me from being able to continually pick you apart, because that is exactly what's happening. That's a great ball looking for Pedro. Schmelzer gets there, though, and it's going to be cleared away. But there you go, a big long ball again. It's just their default tactics. It must be, because if they played proper possession football, they'd be extremely difficult to play against. But because of the way they're deploying their tactics, they're really easy to play against. Not that I'm complaining. I'm 5-1 up. Kante forward to Coutinho. Drops the shoulder well. Morata is there. He's going to go again, Coutinho. Oh, Alvaro, that was disgusting. Oh, but the finish wasn't there. Just a drop of the shoulder to then shift the weight the other way was absolutely brilliant. But unfortunately, the goal wasn't forthcoming. Oh, it's just so good from Alvaro Morata. Again, Dortmund just keep playing those long balls out to the wings, and they just keep giving me the ball back again. It's only a matter of time before we end up scoring a number of goals against them again, I think. Weigl, big ping again. This time it does find its target. Perisic lost it in. That's dangerous. David Luiz, I thought, won that header. Roda pulls one back for Dortmund. That's the first time that that sort of move has worked for them. There's no point taking your time and bowing in front of the fans, mate. You're still 5-2 down on aggregate. But ball out to Perisic. Lofted early back into the box with just a second touch. Did I win that header? No, Aubameyang headed it back across goal and nicely tucked away by Roda. They've tried to do that the entirety of the first half, and it's taken them 43 minutes for it to work once. Get the feeling it's not going to work another 4 times. Aubameyang into the middle there to Dahoud. Good footwork. We'll clear that away. He's going to give a free kick on the edge of the box here. N'Golo Kante couldn't keep his feet to himself. Aubameyang to take it. I don't know if he's got decent free kicks, Aubameyang. We will find out. No, he doesn't. Although I don't think that was too far away. But still, wasn't really that hard for the keeper to watch that fly past the post. Good control. Hope that for Coutinho. I think he's onside here. Felipe Coutinho. There's the second away goal. 6-2 on aggregate now. It was always going to happen in this second leg. We were just going to turn up, let them attack me, just like they did in the last few moments of leg number 1, and then just pick them off on the counter, and that's exactly what we've done. Chelsea 2, Dortmund 1, Chelsea 6, Dortmund 2 on aggregate. Perisic in behind. Good footwork. Aspi trying to outmuscle him. Perisic gets that back there to Roda. Oh, Courtois did save that. Again, don't think he needed to. I think it was going wide, but never mind. Yarmolenko will take the corner. Sebastian Roda off and Gonzalo Castro on for Dortmund. Decent delivery. Bartra heads that. Oh, Courtois, you could have just caught that. Why is... He's ducked underneath that there, Ivan Perisic. That baffles me. Why on earth would you do that? All he's got to do is head that into the back of an empty net as Courtois was out of position. And that's them getting another goal back. Morata gets caught there and advantage is played. But we will play on. Coutinho will get this out to Pedro here. I'll look to race around the outside of Schmelz, so that's not going to work. So we'll turn back central. Back into Coutinho. And in front of Kante. And then to Hazard, then to Morata. And I can't get the shot off. Oh, we still could. Isco! Oh, it crossed the line. It did cross the line. Absolute strike from Isco on his left foot. Down off the bar. And probably an inch or two over the line. We'll have a look at the replay. It should do the goal decision system, I think. Because it really wasn't too far over the line at all. Let's see if we get it in slow-mo. We got tackled. Was it a first-time hit? No, he took a touch and then let fly. And, yeah, a good couple of inches over the line. This should be a good angle for it, actually. Slow-mo, watch it down, come down over the line, off the bar, and it was only just, but it was just. 3-1. Let's go with the turn. Forward there to Coutinho. Out to Eden Hazard. Back to Kante, into Isco. To Pedro. This is all good football. And may well... Oh, I tried to dink that. Oh, and has not. Led to a fourth. Florenzi clears it off the line. I thought my luck had come in again there when it dropped straight to Alvaro Morata. But superb defending. We won the first leg 4-1. And we were only a couple of feet away from making it 4-1 again there. But good defending from the Italian. Aubameyang. Nice turn. In there to Perisic. Good finish. Very good finish. 7-3 on aggregate now. He's going to bow in front of the crowd as well. It's pointless, mate. You're going to lose. It was a really good finish. I'll give him that. I'll let him off. It's probably worth celebrating a little bit, but maybe not, actually. But still, should the keeper have done better? Maybe, but never mind. 3-2 on the night. 7-3 on aggregate. We'll go that way, shall we? Eden Hazard. I can't believe it. It's 4-2. There's 10 minutes to go. Eden Hazard makes it 8-3 on aggregate. Again, defenders out of position. Just saw Hazard in space and he tucks it home. Ooh, home fans booing now. Bit late to boo, lads. You were already 7-3 down by the time that goal went in. Never mind. 8-3 on aggregate. 3 minutes added on at the end of the game, and I think, to be fair, we're almost at the end of those, and the referee will blow his final whistle sooner rather than later. It's been another goal fest in the Champions League. I don't really know why this particular competition in the knockouts has been such, or so fruitful with regards goals scored, but 11 over the course of 2 legs here against Borussia Dortmund after a number in the 2 legs against Monaco as well. I wonder who will get in the semi-finals. I'm very intrigued. Also intrigued to see how Real Madrid get on against Spurs, considering Tottenham won at the Bernabeu. We'll see who goes through. I'd rather avoid Tottenham. I think I'd rather play Real, actually, considering how poorly I've played against Tottenham throughout the course of this series so far. And it will be Real Madrid that we play. They win 2-1 at Wembley, and it will go through on away goals. So Man United are also through, as are Bayern Munich, because we played our second leg on the Wednesday. So they are final scorelines on the other side. So ourselves, Real Madrid, Manchester United and Bayern Munich in the semi-finals of the Champions League. We will find out who we face in due course. Still want to have a quick look at the league table, though. Praying that West Brom were able to do me a favour on that previous matchday weekend, although I don't think they will have been able to, and indeed they haven't. So with 5 points the gap, there are 12 available. Still can win the league, although it still looks unlikely. Newcastle United 8 points from safety with 12 points available. And Brighton 6 points from safety with 12 points available. Swansea City seemingly the only of the 3 people or 3 teams in the bottom 3 with a chance of survival. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. But ourselves and Man United will not necessarily go, well, hopefully it will go down to the wire and hopefully we'll put them to the post. Stranger things have happened. We've got Huddersfield next, got scouting reports and tournament prize money. I'll have a look at those scout reports off camera again because last 2 or 3 times I've looked through, there's not been anyone there worth bringing to attention. We have Bayern Munich in the semi-finals of the Champions League. Well then, and in fact, will the first leg be played in the next episode? Huddersfield, Swansea and Bayern Munich. Indeed it will. Right then. That, for now, will bring us to a close today, but another big Champions League game to play tomorrow. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any more. I'll see you next time.